Where are you? Oh, it's been good. I mean, last night was a riot, fun. We rehearsed. We put a lot of work in yesterday. We met up with all of Jason's guys and the FGL guys, and then we rehearsed, and we spent probably 3 hours prior, or probably 2 hours prior to going into the actual rehearsal, and then we spent probably another hour rehearsing, and then the dress rehearsal. So it was a long day yesterday, and then obviously when the awards start happening and you're winning awards and these amazing things start happening, then you find yourself at an after party till 2 a.m. So well, it was a great day. The whole week, it's been a fun week. It's a kind of, I'm just a little regretful that I haven't been able to do another my fan club party, but we're going to solve that next year. But that's been my only regret. That's been my only regret, is that I haven't been able to do a fan club party.
I heard a rumor there was karaoke last night. Is that true?
I don't know. Who's telling on us? There was karaoke, and with a fun group of people. And we woke up. My wife and I woke up this morning, and we were like, "That's one of the funnest things I've ever done since being in this town." So we had a big time.
Hunter?
Luke, something tells us a roller coaster. We're going to be hearing more of that pretty soon. So that song goes right to Panama City Beach, the Thomas Drive right now.
Yeah.
It makes me think of Miracle Strip down there. Tell me about that song and what it brings to life for you.
Well, the first time I heard Roller Coaster, it was one of the first songs that I knew would be on Crash My Party, and I listened to it, and it just floored me. The visuals of it, obviously the fact that I grew up going to the beach on Thomas Drive, and the guys that wrote it, Michael Carter and Cole Swindell, have been in my life for years, and the fact that they wrote something really, really so spectacular in my mind, I was just excited that, man, I'm going to be able to record, two of my best friends' song, and this thing is probably going to be a single. That's the thing. It's one thing to record a buddy's song. I mean, I've always recorded songs because they're worthy of it, but when you get to do it and then and feel like it's going to be a really, really great song, a great single, you're really excited about that. And right when Cole and Michael played it for me, I went right to my producer, Jeff Stevens, played it for him. And this was, 3 years ago? No, 2 years ago. So this song has been in the back of our mind for years, and it's finally coming up. We're laying it out there for the world now, so I'm excited about it. I just think it's an amazing song from top to bottom.
Luke, last night's performance was one of the highlights of the show. Talk a little bit about how it feels to work with quite a few artists at this point in their career who kind of have experience outside of the mainstream country realm as far as other formats.
Well, yeah, I mean, with working with Jason yesterday, you learn that, he's a complete class act, a complete, just an awesome artist in his world. And I think when you're, I've been an accidental fan, not really accidental, that's not the right word, but I have been a fan of Jason Derulo's for years. There were some farm tour shows that when he had It Girl out, I would perform It Girl. And what was cool is I was kind of sprinkling in Talk Dirty to Me at the end of Country Girls Shake It For Me out on the tour this year. And I just kind of would just tease the crowd with a little bit. And then at some point he and his people saw me do it on YouTube. And then next thing you know, we're talking about a performance with everybody. So the fact that I'm in a place in my career where all that stuff can come together and happen, and then we get to get up on stage and truly, work with CMT on it and make something really different and visual, fun. We had ZZ Top. It was kind of like I hope the fans enjoyed it. I had a blast up there doing it, coming in and having his choreographers and dancers just kind of have a little fun with me, Brian and Tyler, and teach us a couple dance moves, and I think it's fun. I don't ever want to be so cool that I can't try, I think so many people, get in this business and they're so worried about making one mistake or something. Or showing a card you didn't want to show. And I tell young artists all the time, I'm like, man, if you make a little mistake, it ain't going. So we just got out there and have fun, and I think the fans enjoyed it, and I think Jason, he'll go back to the pop world and be like, man, I went down to Nashville and man, I had a blast with these guys, and I hope that's his feelings. But it was a fun night being a part of that with him.
Luke, you were just named the sexiest guy in music, and you obviously feed into that a little with the moves on stage, and I didn't actually happen to notice this, but a lot of people today were talking about a particular fan that got quite handsy with you last night during your performance, and I'm wondering, A, does that happen?
You mean during Play It Again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And how do you handle that and sort of keep that, because obviously, people can cross the line.
Well, what was funny is when we rehearsed Play It Again, we had these lines drawn to where we felt the fans would be, and they just converged. And at that point, I'm just having fun. At that point, I'm not worrying about somebody punching me or something. I don't even remember, in the moment of the show, I remember hands coming in from everywhere, but I was just trying to, I haven't went back and seen the performance. There may have been, I think somebody was late. Anyway, in the moment, I'm focused on singing great, having fun, and hitting my marks. I knew that I wanted to start here in the crowd, but do the chorus down with the crowd, second verse be up on stage. And so when I'm walking through the crowd, I'm like, all right, well, this is getting a little interesting. They're not really where we thought they'd be, but that adds an element of fun too. So I think the people at home were probably like, oh, well, this is going to be kind of interesting watching him get through this. So I wish I could, go into the crowd and without falling. I wish I could go into the crowd. Keith's done it for years, but it gets a little complicated when you start going out there. But anything to get closer to the fans is fun. Fun for me. What you really got to worry about is when you're holding a microphone, a fan hitting you and jacking up these curly whites. But yeah, I hadn't went back and watched it. So
somebody told me somebody goosed you, but I didn't see it. And then your eyes got a little big, like, whoa.
Well, the funniest thing was when I did Ellen for the first time, and I went up in the crowd, and an older lady came, and she just got a big old handful of my butt. And it's funny.